Hello and welcome to a new video. Welcome or welcome back if you're new. No, that doesn't make sense. Welcome if you're new, or welcome back if you're not so new. It's been a long day at work, okay? It's Tuesday evening. I'm a little bit stressed, but I wanted to do my ranking of the Tortured Poets Department because I'm going away really soon and I'm not going to have a chance to do it otherwise. So I've only had a few days to listen and I have not listened to it that many times. I think I've listened to it like once or twice a day since Friday, the album. Also just want to say quickly, well, one, the cat's meowing, so I'm sorry about that. Two, I'm not an expert in music. I don't know anything about music other than the fact that I really like Taylor and her music. And yeah, so let's just get into it, shall we? So someone's got to come last. I'm doing the anthology, so all, like, both albums together in one, if that makes sense, because it's kind of one album. Like, in my head it's one album. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, so 31 songs, guys. 31 someone has to come last, and it's I Look in People's Windows. I don't know, this song, like the bottom 10, like, whereas some of the songs I get really excited for when they come on now, like these bottom sort of 10ish, they're good songs, they're just not my faves. So yeah, I Look in People's Windows I put last just because when it comes on I kind of forget how it goes, and then it's like, oh yeah, that's it. Like, it's just not that memorable to me, so I feel really bad saying that, but yeah. Number 30 is The Manuscript. There's a particular line in it that really bothers me about strollers. If you've listened to the album, you know what I'm talking about. I don't know why, but that line is just a bit like, oh, it makes me cringe a bit. So yeah. Number 29 is Cassandra. I feel like I might get hate for that, I don't know. I always get apprehensive with these because they change so much. Like I've gone back and looked at some of my older videos where I ranked Taylor's albums from like last year, and I'm like, what was I thinking? Like, these rankings are so out of date. So yeah, take this with a pinch of salt, it's gonna change. 28 is Clara Bow. 27 is Robin. 26 is Thank You Amy, or Kim. I don't know what she wants us to call that song, I'm a bit confused. 25 is Chloe or Sam or Sophia or Marcus. I got very excited when I saw that my name was almost in the song, just one letter out. Number 24 is The Prophecy. I don't have much to say about these, which is why I'm just whizzing through these ones. Number 23 is Peter. I quite like the imagery and like the storytelling of Peter, but it's not my fave. 22 is The Alchemy. 21 is Love of My Life, or Loss of My Life, LOML basically. And then we get into the top 20. So The Albatross I've got as number 20. Oh my god, looking at these, it's really hard to like rank them because there's quite a few that I really enjoy. But yeah, number 20 is The Albatross. Number 19 is I Can Fix Him, No Really I Can. I quite like that one. And number 18 is Guilty of Sin. That's quite catchy. Number 17, Fresh Out the Slammer. I like how much, yeah, I really enjoyed this album. Like the lyrics, I can't say that word. Lyricism. The lyrics of the album are great. And it's kind of like the folklore, evermore kind of lyricism. You know what I'm trying to say. And more like a Midnight's almost beat with it. I don't know how to describe like the music, but I really like it. And I've gone on a tangent and now I've forgotten where I was. Oh yeah, I was like Fresh Out the Slammer, I think. Number 16, The Black Dog, which of course it's about like a pub or a inn or something, but I don't know why I really thought it was going to be about an actual dog. I was like, but she likes cats. Anyway, number 15 is How Did It End? Number 14 is The Smallest Man Who Ever Lived. And when this, especially after, because it's one of my favourite songs just before it on the album, when this started I was like, what is this song? This sounds so like not me. But then when it builds and it picks up momentum, that bridge, I can tell I'm going to be screaming. Number 13 is I'm Gonna Get You Back. I think that's just a really fun pop song. Is it pop? Oh, do we know what genre this album is? Other than amazing. It's not my favourite album, I will say that, but it is, I think it might be, I was going to make an outrageous claim about it being like top 5 or something, but I'm not going to say that because I've not lived with it. Like, I think one of the main things for me about the albums being my favourites is the replayability. So obviously it's not had time to do that yet, so we'll see, we'll see. Number 12 is The Bolter. I really like The Bolter, and I'm not quite sure why. I'm not sure what it is about it. And I think it's one of the top ones from the anthology that I've got in my ranking. But The Bolter is a really good song. I really like that. 11 is I Hate It Here. That gives me the Lakes vibes, and I love the Lakes. That's one of my favourites on the album, so yes. Number 10, top 10 already. I'm flying through this today. So number 10 is one that I hated the first time I heard it, and now it's like really grown on me, and that's So High School. I think it's because it has American Pie in it, and that's just so not my humour. Like, I've not watched it, to be fair, but I've seen clips and I know kind of what the style of humour is. So it's just not my favourite. But the song itself, amazing. Number 9 is the Tortured Poets Department. This one I learned quite quickly, like the chorus too, out of the others. And yeah, I just think it's really good. Number 8 is But Daddy, I Love Him. This is so funny. When I first heard this chorus, I was like, did she just sing that? And then I saw on Friends, someone was like, she should have called it I'm Having My Baby, and then we would have had to wait 2 months to work out what that was about. And I was like, yes, she should have done that, because everyone would have spiraled to new levels. Number 7 is My Boy Only Breaks His Favourite Toys. That's been in my head so much over the last few days. It's just been a proper earworm. Number 6 is Down Bad. That was one of the ones, there are a few on my initial listen that I'll get into in the next few, that when I heard them I was like, this relates so much to my life. And when I heard Down Bad, Now I'm Crying at the Gym, or whatever the lyric is, I can't remember, without singing it, and I can't sing it without getting copyrighted. Down Bad, Now I'm Crying at the Gym. I also cry at the gym, Taylor. I also cry at the gym. Number 5. Oh, number 5 is number 5 on the album, I believe, and that's So Long London. I wasn't sure. Track 5s are notoriously amazing from Taylor's back catalogue, and when I heard this at first I was like, I'm not sure if it's a track worthy of a track 5 compared to some of the other ones on the album. I think probably Who's Afraid a Little of Me probably would, if I was going to, you know, structure the album, I'd probably put that at number 5. But So Long London actually really grew on me, and like when the beat comes in, it's like, sorry, I don't know if you can hear my zip on the table. I'm really cold, which is why I'm wearing this. I was going to wear my Taylor t-shirts, but no, it's too cold. So yeah, when that beat drops, is it a beat? I don't even know. This is what I mean. I really don't know anything about music, but when that bit drops in the song, beautiful. Number 4, I've got Us Fortnight featuring Post Malone. Amazing music video, I've got to say. I love that music video. The only reason it's not higher is just because there are so many. I feel like the top like 6, looking at it, probably the top 10 songs I'm like really quite obsessed with already. So it would be higher if the ones at the top weren't just absolutely amazing songs. So yeah. Number 3, I've got Florida. 3 exclamation points, feat Florence and the Machine. I'm a big Florence and the Machine fan, so I was very excited when I knew we were getting this song, and it didn't disappoint. It's really well done. Like, it's got such a quintessential Florence vibe to it, but with Taylor as well, and I think they've just done such a great job marrying the two musical aesthetics. I don't know what you would call it, but like just their vibes mashing together, just chef's kiss. Top two keeps changing. They keep doing this. At the moment, number one is number one because that's what I relate to more. So number two is Who's Afraid of Little Old Me. Me and my mum keep screaming the song like it is our house, like our dog, our cat, they know the words to the song. And I just think it's wonderful. It's so good when she screams Who's Afraid of Little Old Me. Well, she doesn't scream it, but you know what I mean. You know which bits she does in that kind of higher pitch. That sounds awful. It makes it sound like she's like a screaming cat or something. But yeah, when she sings that bit, it's so good. It's so good. Actually, the whole chorus is so good. I really wish I could sing, or like, well, actually I don't wish I could sing because I can't sing, but I really wish I could share a bit more of the lyrics and stuff on here without getting copyrighted, but I don't want to get copyrighted. So if you are a fan of the album, you know which song I've left till last as my favourite. I Can Do It With a Broken Heart is my You're On Your Own Kid of this album. I just relate to it so much, and not so much the broken heart bit, but the kind of undertones of mental illness. Mental illness, is that what I mean? Just like poor mental health, I think. And I'm gonna do one line if I get in trouble. Just, I cry a lot but I am so productive. That line. That I feel on a deep molecular level. But I like the chorus, but it's not my favourite bit of the song. It's like what's the bit? See, I don't know anything about music, but the bit which ramps up to the chorus. That's not the bridge. The bridge, you know which bit I mean? Where she's like, I can't sing it. I can't sing it for you, but you know what I'm trying to say. So yeah, that's my favourite song on the album at the moment, just because I relate to it. It's a great pop song. I'm gonna say that's a pop song. I love a lot of songs which, you know, it's like the meme, it's like the lyrics and the music, that the lyrics are like horrific, like deep trauma and pain, and then the music's like I feel like those songs I really like, so that's why I like this song. But yeah, I raced through that because I didn't want to waste your time and I don't have a lot to say about some of the songs I don't like as much yet because I just haven't had the chance to listen to them too much. I'm sure this ranking will change. I'm sure in a week I'll be like, what was I thinking? But as it stands, this is what I like on the album the most. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Let me know your top three if you can. Let me know your top three in the comments below, and I will see you really soon for another video.